recently we've been starting with the title race a lot, so I guess it's only right to start there. Matisse.
Yep. Let's start with the title.
You're so predictable, you know that. I just knew you was gonna say that. I just knew
We've been friends for a long time now, bro. You got me on a chair talking for 3 hours and branching out. I hope you know me by now.
I've already sent the link to Don. If you're wondering, you know what I mean. I think it's only right that he comes here and explains what the hell he was talking about on Monday. I heard Fofana being compared to Gabriel. I heard a lot of things. Man City at the Etihad, watch out, and all this stuff. So, yeah. So I listen. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for Don. Don is a different cup of tea. That's why we chose him. You know what I mean?
We chose it.
Some people like 2 sugars. I like to think I'm just 1 sugar. Do you know what I mean?
You're not 1 sugar.
Well, how many sugars am I, brother?
Nah, Don. You know, Don's one of them cup of teas where you leave the tea bag in the cup and it gets a bit like fucking dark and grey and a bit shit. Yeah, it tastes like shit. That's what Don is. Tea, the builder's brew tastes like shit.
What did he say though? When you sent him the link? What's going on?
Well, he said he's at a function, and he said he'll try to join if he can.
He's at a Christmas party, a work Christmas party in Leeds. Doesn't this brother work in London?
That's what I thought.
Done.
He's on a world tour, but he's on a national tour, innit? Like last week, you know when they won a game, he went on a tour apparently, like every platform, every channel, every show. You know what I mean? So he's on a tour, man. Bless him, man. He's in Leeds tonight, man. But yeah, he needs to be brought to trial. It's unfair. It's unfair that we got our brother Matisse to face.
Not unfair.
No, it's fine.
It's not unfair at all.
It's not unfair.
He deserves it.
I've said my fair share. I've said my fair share. I don't think I've taken it as far as he did on Monday, but I've said my fair share.
But listen, Donald shouldn't duck though. Not tonight.
Man said Donald.
Donald shouldn't duck tonight. I'm telling you that the names are ready, so he's got the link. Make sure you come and give that same energy.
Exactly. Matisse.
Let's see if he arrives. But what I will say is, listen, boy, that was a blamming. That was a real blamming. Yeah, we got cooked. From start to finish. Really, I actually can't quite believe it. I think it's going to be going down as top 2, top 3 worst performance of the season. I'd be pretty impressed if they managed to do better than that for the rest of the season in terms of the game.
You mean worse?
Worse in terms of can they trump that in terms of bad performances, because we're going to Leeds. They're in the relegation zone. I think they got 3 wins to their name before that. Obviously, we've just finished kicking the crap out of Madueke if you're Enzo Fernandez. We've just finished squaring up to Nkapie if you're Pedro Neto. We've just finished, you know, I've even had bloody knuckles from the mob. We've just finished going to battle in that fixture. And it's like we almost came into this game. Few soldiers were missing, took a couple guys out that were a bit handicapped, do you know what I mean? And we came in with a half team, but a team that should win that game pretty convincingly if they, you know, at least do a professional job. Even if you win 1-0, you win 2-1, just do a job, right? Move on to the next, because it's midweek, it's Ellen Road. There's a bit of rivalry there. And these lot, within the first 3 or 2, 4, 5 minutes, you could just tell they were on their fuckery, bro. You could just tell they were on their nonsense, bro. You get a feeling and you get a sense for it. When you're watching your team, you know when they're on their nonsense. And I could tell from the first few minutes that they were on it. And every single goal is comical that we conceded. Every single goal that we conceded is an individual error in some way, whether it's Enzo giving away the ball for the second. He was poor. Santos was shocking, I thought, in the midfield. Whether it was Delap losing his man on the corner, and then Chalobah, I don't know if he's zonal marking or what's going on. And then tossing the whole game really was just ridiculous. Like, absolutely insane defending. For the third goal, for the basketball handball moment that he had, for just playing out. Everything was just bad, man. Shocking. And they had double RXG. We had 2 shots on target the whole game. We were 6 points behind, and now we're 9. So we're done. We're done, dusted. And this is the funny thing: December. This is dirty December, as they call it. And well, it's gonna get dirty. It's gonna get real dirty because this is our month. Very charitable, very much gift givers. If you get through December as a Chelsea player, or as a manager, as a squad, in terms of you actually get good results, it probably means you're actually going to win the league. Because every season we do poorly in this month, whether it's Tuchel, Lampard, Maresca last year, Maresca this year. We don't go on to amount to do anything more than top 4. We just drop points. We lose games against any team. Doesn't matter. Don't look at the fixtures and think, oh yeah, they're favourable. It does not matter. The fact that they are favourable is probably an issue, because if they were tough, if they were big games against big teams, we'd actually probably turn up. And yeah, this was the fear. You know, you put all your heart and soul into Arsenal. You get your credit, considering you were down to 10 men for most of the, well, half of the game. You didn't win, so you're in the same situation. You still need to keep up. And these guys bottle it. They bottle it the very next game. They don't even take you on a journey. They don't even take you to the new year or even Christmas Eve or Boxing Day. They just say, nah, man. First game in December, let's just throw in the towel. Wave the white flag. And now City are the next ones up. So we wish
you know what gets me though, yeah. You know what gets me? We've waited about 18 months to see some chest from Matise. We tried to drag him into it. He was never quite, he was always on the edge. He'd dip his toe in every now and then. He'd dip his toe back out again. You know, we tried to bait him with a 2 billion spent. He still wasn't having it. Then when we finally did see the chest, we seen his tits. Little Play-Doh saggy fucking tits came out on the mob. That's not the kind of chest that we wanted to see. So then we forgot about the tits because we were all traumatized by it, and we went and left him alone. Then all of a sudden, they're playing Arsenal, and this chest came out again. And then we thought, hold on a minute.
Hold on a sec. Hold on.
Let me finish. Let me finish. No. We said, where's this come out from now?
No, the athleticism on this show is not strong enough for you to be talking about saggy tits. The only person that's probably got tits that don't sag is Tobes. Everybody else's tits are sagging. So your tits either sagging. Your tits are sagging. I don't give a fuck what age you are. Dwayne Johnson's tits don't sag, do they? Dwayne Johnson's tits sag or they don't? No, they don't. Right? You got no excuse.
Right, you're a young boy.
You're still a young man. You're in your prime. You're in your prime.
I've had kebabs. I've had beers. I've had body for many years. You are a young man in your prime eating pot noodles. You should not have tits like that, right? So at the end of the day, yeah, right. Then all of a sudden on Sunday, he turned up. He turned up in full army fucking uniform, right, with a declaration of war. A declaration of war, right? My God. And then 2 days later, they fucking surrendered. They put the white flag out, the tanks turned around, and they fucked off home. It was the quickest war I've ever seen. There was not a bomb fired.
It was in and out.
Shot fired. Nobody. There was a quick cuddle in the middle of the battlefield, and then saggy Play-Doh tits ran over the hill, and we've never seen him again. This is what I'm saying. So don't ever do this again. If you're going to war, you need to be in there. You've got to put your neck on the line and go for it. You can't be backing off now.
I broke into Turkish's house for the individual match itself, right? I just wanted to lay down the law for that game. I think the players represented my feelings, but I did say on this show, we need to win that game for us to really go to the distance, right? And we didn't win. I wasn't here on Monday. You didn't hear me declare that we're in a title race on Monday after a 1-1 draw against Arsenal at home. Unfortunately, it was my brother in arms who came here with plenty to say. He's still not with us. He's done me no favors, right? Because I would have been a lot more political. I would have been a lot more political on my appearance. I would have been a lot more calm, cordial. I would have probably sidestepped. I probably would have made some interesting excuses. I would have made a bit of a I don't know, somewhere. I would have made myself a better situation for this Leeds game, because I know there's a risk.
He doesn't know though.
He doesn't know.
But you thought you're going to win it.
Of course, I thought. Yeah, I have to back us away at Leeds, but I knew it was going to be a tough game.
You don't have to. Even I said to you, you might drop points here. Remember that we had a meeting.
Which meeting?
Meeting.
No, I don't remember.
And I said to you, I wouldn't speak too soon about Leeds, and you said, all right, we'll see. Well, we are seeing. We saw. You remember that?
Do you know what else we saw? We saw a couple of Brazilians start. Because they were doing. Have you seen? There's a thing with Chelsea about they're building up a nice little Brazilian contingent. We're all going to be an international team. We're all pally. The Brazilian CM started. The Brazilian wonder kid winger started. The Brazilian, is he a 9? No. Is he a 10? No. Is he a 9.5? The Brazilian Flair boys, Samba boys, whatever you want to call them.
Better than Yamin Yamal, remember? It's better than Yamin Yamal.
Yeah, according to Don.
Who said that? Who said that?
Don said that they're going to dominate football for years to come. Andre Santos, I heard Matisse, his own words. I heard Matisse for the first time in my history I heard him blam Andre Santos. He cooked Andre Santos out of his poor boot. He cooked Andre Santos on his own review. He cooked him. Cooked João Pedro on his own review. Yes,
It was poor. It was poor. It was bad.
He cooked him.
He is.
So I don't
Santos.
even have to say it. He cooked him. He cooked him, bro. He cooked him.
We have to be honest.
So,
The performance was shocking. The build-up play was shocking. The awareness, the scanning was non-existent. They're receiving the ball. They're passing it to other people in the other team. Pedro went missing. He was ghosting, and I expect things from Pedro. Everybody knows that. You know, I think Pedro's a good player. I think even if he's not going to be a goal scorer, I remember Turkish trying to take me up on a bet for Gyökeres. I said, "Nah, I'm not really feeling that." But I still expect performances. I still expect creativity. I still expect influence. Esteval can't get cooked, I'm afraid. It was a shocking performance. It wasn't good. However, he's 18, and I think he's over.
He should have been sent off. That's what he should have been.
It was petulant. It was petulant. But he's 18. I don't think anyone was expecting him to have the start to the season that he's had. So I'm not going to now cook him because he wasn't good against Leeds. Everybody's pretty much conceded this kid's been very good for us, and he's taken on quite a bit of responsibility. But the other two Brazilians,
call your boy right now.
I hear it.
Call your boy right now. Call Donald Duck right now. Call him right now. Because that you are fair in what you said.
Split.
Call your boy right now. Because I can tell you this for free. If that was Lamine Yamal against Leeds at Ellen Road, it would have been a murder scene.
I said we don't compare him to Yamal. We just say Esteval is himself. He is Esteval.
Yeah, so I'm saying call your boy Donald Duck.
Tom likes that name.
It's a banger. It's a banger.
You can use it multiple ways. Donald's ducking. Donald don't duck. It's Donald ducking. It's good, bro. It's good. Get the hashtags out on X.
Don.
Yo, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a bit of a predicament here. You've been summoned.
Why do you need my help, man?
I don't need your help. They want to see you. No, I don't need. You know what you said on Monday. I didn't say Esteval was Yamal, and I didn't say Fofana was Gabriel. So, you know, they've demanded you to be here.
Hey, bro,
Court is in session.
Slot, bro. You asked me to come on Monday. That's what I did. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm at my Christmas party, so you know what am I supposed to do, bro?
You're meant to answer for you're meant to answer for your damn crimes. What do you mean? What you're supposed to do? You're meant to answer for your damn crimes. You came on here talking a bag of shit, bro. You told us about your formidable attack. You compared Esteval to Yamal. Yo,
give me a sec.
Tobes wants to speak to you.
All right, let me try to find somewhere. Give me a
okay,
second.
no problem. No problem.
Go.
Matisse, continue whilst he finds.
Like I said, I have no problem defending myself. It's just I didn't know Yamal and Esteval were getting comparisons on Monday, so it's something different. But listen, João Pedro is my biggest disappointment, man, because boy, he's Premier League proven, he's experienced, he's been here for a while. He didn't do shit, man, and Delap as well. I'm keeping an eye on him because you know I'm not seeing Jackson's level right now from Delap. I'm not seeing the link up, the hold up. I'm not seeing the creativity. Okay, cool. So he's a different type of striker. He's not banging in the goals. He's not having the greatest of decision making either. And he's also prone to a little lash out. And he lost his man for the corner for the first goal. You're 4 minutes into a game. I don't necessarily know why he's marking their best aerial defender if he's playing in the middle of a back five. I don't know what's going on in the opposition analysis, the decision making there. But I'm not understanding why Delap, if he is good at marking or if he is good at, you know, that job, why he's losing his man inside 3 or 4 minutes. The concentration level should be at an all-time high. And at Leeds, you know, you need to get through the first 10, 15 if you're not going to be at your A game, or if you're going to have to be susceptible to long throws and to corners and all these things. But tossing, and I don't know, Tobes, if Nigeria want to take up the option of AFCON, I don't know what's going on here. This guy here, shambolic. Every time he plays, we concede goals. I'm sorry. We have had very good defensive performances before he came back into the team. I don't really want to scapegoat, but at the end of the day, the data is the data. Arsenal, good defensive performance. Barcelona, good defensive performance. Fair enough, he played against Burnley. But the 2 games he played prior to that was Qarabag and Wolves. We conceded 5 goals in those 2 games. Chalobah has not had a problem since he was away. Fofana has had no problem since he was away. So why is it now, as soon as he comes back in, we're looking like clowns. He needs to be sold. You know what I mean? I think it's as simple as that. He didn't cost anything. He's 27 or 28. He's the most experienced, but he was the biggest liability in that team. And that's ridiculous. We talk about Chelsea's young. Nah, we just need to talk about the quality now. There's no point being older or the most experienced if the quality doesn't come with it. He can't lead when you're defending that poorly. That first touch, even though maybe Gusto shouldn't pass to him, that first touch is shambolic. You could easily pass that first time to Sanchez or just clear it.
And that
kills the game. Yeah, just roof it. That kills the game. That kills the game. And yeah, from that point, everybody was poor, man. There was no good performances on that pitch, to be honest. But anyway, Don's here now, so
he's in the car park, mate. He's in the car park.
Bro, I'm in Leeds. I'm in Leeds right now, broski. You know what I mean? I'm having a look. I don't know what Matise is talking about because I'm sipping on some wine. You know what I mean?
You're not allowed to be happy. You're not allowed to be happy on this show.
I'm not happy, bro. But what can I do? What can I do, bro? You know, I was at the game yesterday. I'm not surprised that we lost that game.
You know what you can do? Do you know what you can do?
Wait.
I'm not surprised that we lost that game.
Grizz, get him right now. Get him right now.
Oh, yeah. This is what you can do.
Take it easy. Take it easy, Grizz. Come on.
We took it easy on you, and you came on and you chatted a load of shit. What you can do is chat less shit next time. A wise old man with a grey beard once said football's a humbler. And you know what? He was right. Because the day after you chatted the bag of shit about Yamal, Fofana, who else? Esteval, I don't know, Reece James didn't even play. I heard he ducked like you. Why are you in Leeds now when Leeds thrashed you? Are they not letting you out? Have they got you in prison in Leeds? They're not letting you out. Are you locked up? They don't let me out. Have they not let you home?
Oh shit, the chat's
Are they keeping you in Leeds? Bro, don't let him out. He's staying, and you look like Akon. You sing like Akon. You need to start singing. Listen, start singing like Akon in the streets of Leeds. That's your new career. Yeah, get out a little guitar and start singing. They're gonna lock them, let me out. Yeah, that's it. You're in Leeds, brother. Don't come back to London. Stay in Leeds. Yeah, don't talk about Yamal and Gabriel and all these brothers and title races. Leave that to Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah, we got our own Sergeant Slaughter. We got our own Commando. You know who you are? You're Acorn. Yeah, aka Donald Duck. Yeah.
Akon.
Big up.
You lot are mocking me, man. I've had Tinchy Strider, I've had Akon, I've had so many different players, bro. Like, what's going on over here, bro? You know what I mean? But end of the day, bro, I was at the game yesterday. You know, I'm in Leeds still because I've got my Christmas party right now. I've even stepped out of the place to go and chat to you, man. I've got to hold my beatings, bro. I've got to hold my beatings because end of the day, these man let me down. You know what I mean? They let me down. But as a Chelsea fan, bro, I don't know if you lot have seen the video from Nina. She said it best. You know, I'm more scared of Burnley than I am Barcelona or Arsenal because this is what Chelsea do. You know what I'm saying? This is what Chelsea do, bro. When it comes to these teams that we're meant to be beating, we just don't turn up. You know, at the game yesterday, bro, I'm watching these lot. I'm watching their body language. They've gone into the game thinking it's going to be easy. They're thinking they're just going to win the game without, having to work for it. I'm seeing Maresca playing Chalobah right back for what? Giving no support for Esteval on the right-hand side. Tossing, bro, like, honestly, this guy, bro, yeah, just play him against teams like Cardiff and that. Like, it's time for Josh. It's time for Josh, right? And that's what I was telling you, Turkish. I told you the other day, bro. Fofana and these guys, Fofana staying fit will help us compete. Without Fofana, we are a top 4 team at best, right? Tossing, Chalobah.
You're a top 4 team with Fofana.
Hold on.
Yeah,
you're a top 4 team with Fofana.
It's a hazard, bro.
You're a top 4 team with
Fofana. Fofana's been injury prone ever since he came to the club, right? He doesn't even have probably 5 games in a row played. So how I'm working with you here today, but how can we gas up our players, right? Some of the spine ones, if Fofana is make or break for a title race, bro. It's not acceptable, bro. We should be in a title race regardless of Fofana, bro. We should.
I hear it, and that's why I've said in January, go and get Gahey, bro, right? Gahey might not be everyone's cup of tea, but at least you know you've got a little bit of stability. At least you know you've got a little bit of leadership. You've got availability. You've got Premier League experience. Go get someone there who can stabilize that defense. Because as soon as Fofana comes out, it's no mistake, Matisse, that we always look a mess. Every time Tosin comes into the lineup, something happens, right? And I know Chalobah wasn't at fault this weekend, this game week even, but there'll be a game week where it's them two and it's Chalobah's time, right? Every time Chalobah's next to Tosin, something mad happens, bro. Something mad happens.
We have
You know
to be able to
bro?
rotate. We knew, bro, in the Christmas period, Fofana's not going to play every game. We have to be able to rotate. And the fact that we can't even rotate against Leeds, and we still had Enzo out there, João Pedro's a starter, Esteval's out there, Gusto's out there. He's won every game this season. Cucurella's out there, Sanchez is out there. It is changes, but we should still be able to win that game. And on the
100%.
manager, I don't know what you saw. Cucurella was playing in twin 10s. He was playing. I saw him as a right 10. I saw him as a left 10. There's no Josh. I don't understand why he's played Chalobah and Tosin, and there's no overlap for Esteval. Esteval, as soon as he comes into the middle of the pitch, he creates a chance. He plays it through to João Pedro, who plays it through to that.
Yep.
I've seen you cuss out our centre backs. I actually sympathise more with the centre back situation because I think there's injury prone players like Badiashile, Colwell. Colwell's injured, Fofana's injured, and he's not using Josh enough. Yeah, I don't sympathise with the forward line. We've spent 60 million on Neto. We've spent 55 million on Gittins. We've spent 40 million on Garnacho. We've spent 55 million on João Pedro. We've spent 30 million on Liam Delap. And that attack, bro, is not good enough. That attack is not good enough.
It is. It gets the
thing is,
I actually think we're more unlucky.
Go on.
The attackers, bro. The Delap's performance and João Pedro's performance was poor, bro. There was no hold up. There's no link.
Bro, I cooked them. Yeah.
You rate
the
them
thing is,
high,
though,
though.
for me, Matisse, bro, that first half especially, I thought our attack was pathetic, bro. There was literally one pass I saw from João Pedro that he made between the lines. Other than that, there was zero creativity from the guy, bro, right? Second half, I thought Garnacho and Neto actually slightly improved our attack. And for me, being at the game, I was literally watching the Leeds Ultras next to me. They were quiet, bro. As soon as that first goal went in when Neto scored, it felt to me like we was coming back into the game and we were going to get something out of it. It didn't feel like we were going to lose the game. But it's what I was saying to Turkish, bro. When you've got the likes of Tosin and Chalobah at the back together, these guys cannot hold out. They can't hold out. They can't keep you in games, right? Saliba, Gabriel, when it's 1-0, 2-1, it's lock off, bro, right? It's lock off. Because I'll be honest with you, Turkish, you can probably admit this season, your attack is yet to click, right? Your attack is yet to click. But at least you've got a defense to fall back on. We haven't got that, yeah? We haven't got that, Matisse, because the moment that he went to 3-1, it's game done, yeah? It's game done, broski. I was at the game, and I'm telling you now, I could feel the momentum swing. When we scored that first goal, and when Palmer missed that chance, that's 2-2. That is 2-2, broski, right? Whatever you think of this attack, whatever you think of these players, whatever I think of these players, because for me, I would have built the attack completely differently, bro, yeah? I would have brought in Osimhen, I would have brought in Ndai, I would have brought in Semenyo, I would have brought in Kvaratskhelia at PSG. That's what I would have done personally, bro. But as it is right now, like I told Grizz the other day, we are not up against Prime Pep and Prime Klopp, right? The attackers in the league right now. I'm not seeing an attack that's completely firing, broski, right? So for me, our centre-back problem is a bigger problem than the attack right now, broski. It's a bigger problem, right?
How's it?
Fofana,
How?
When Fofana goes down, it is now down to Tosin and Chalobah because Maresca does not trust Josh. He does not trust Josh, bro. Yeah, but Maresca, listen.
Josh literally man-marked Mateta. He had a great performance first game. Nottingham Forest again. He needs to play Josh. It's simple as that.
Matisse.
Josh is quick. Josh is good in the air. Josh is actually able to recover. And if he makes any mistakes, okay, you can chalk it down to the fact that he's 19 and you move on. What's the point of having a 27, 28-year-old that just makes mistakes? It doesn't make any sense.
I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. But the reality is, Maresca's probably looking at it thinking, yo, it's Leeds away. They're going to be rocking. We need a little bit of experience because Josh could lose his head. Because you saw Esteval lose his head, bro, for the yellow card that he got. That was just pathetic. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, that was literally introduction to the Prem, right? So personally, bro, I don't see Maresca trusting Josh over Tosin, right? We have seen Tosin make multiple mistakes this season against Bayern Munich, against Sunderland, bro. So many games this season where he's been at the crime scene, right? It's not good enough. And that's what I'm saying to you, bro. These centre-backs right now, they don't give me that. They don't give me that confidence. They don't give me that stability. I'm looking at Arsenal right now. Their attack isn't the best, but at least they've got a defense to fall back on. We have not got that without Fofana, broski. We have not got that, right? In the summer, we can talk about the attack again. We can hopefully upgrade the attack. We've got Quenda coming in. We never know. We might get in another striker. We've got Mega coming in. Cool. But Chelsea are very unpredictable, right?
I'm not having any of this.
Hold on.
Every single season, we talk about upgrading the same positions.
Let me finish, Matisse. My problem, right? My problem. Hold on, Grizz. My problem is the centre backs that we've got. They cannot keep us in games. It's as simple as that, broski. We've seen it happen too many times. Too many times, bro. Go on.
As my brother would say, shush.
Let me get this in. O'Malley said, Don has chest like an IG baddie, big and in your face, but hella fake. Fuck out of here. On that note, Don, enjoy your Christmas party, brother.
Peace.
Yeah.
See you later, Donald.
Man. Bless.
See ya.
Shit.
I am so lonely. Man's gonna be lonely
Right.
tonight, bro.
Sorry.
Leeds.
That was a whole
Chelsea
Chelsea therapy
in one
session we
night.
didn't
That's
need.
crazy.
But I just want to say though that my only quick point on this: why does he keep pretending as if their attack can do something? The attack is not good. It's not good. And he was comparing it to he said, "Oh, do Man City have a better attack than us and Liverpool?" The other day, I was just thinking, what am I hearing here? That attack is not good. Pedro Neto is Neto's your top scorer in the league this season,
I think so.
or
Yeah.
joint top scorer? I don't know.
I think he's
He
top.
got excited over fucking the Chelsea.
Ridiculous.
Arsenal game.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
Bro,
The problem is Garnacho is going to have a good game against Wolves, or he's going to come on and do a step over and set up Palmer for a cutback. Gittins is going to get an assist against Wolves. He's going to set up Neto. Neto is going to keep having these kind of really odd overall performances, but he's going to get some goals. Thank God, actually, he's going to get some GA this season, it seems. So that's actually exactly what I asked for. But in terms of the actual quality on the ball, it's not good enough in terms of the level of the highest, the best attackers in the world. You can't put these guys with those guys. You can't.
But
So
this season,
It's very inconsistent what we said.
it's inconsistent. It's Cole Palmer that you're looking at, and Esteval for me is, regardless of that performance, you can see the talent that you're dealing with there, and you're hoping that again maybe there's going to be a couple guys that come in the summer that again they're young guys that come in and shock people, but you shouldn't really be again talking about these things in this season where you should be competing. You shouldn't be talking about, oh yeah, next season we'll sort out the centre backs. Yeah, next season we'll sort out the striker if Delap doesn't pull his weight. No, should be sorted now. Shouldn't even be having these conversations.
A lot of people envisaged, because last season your midweek games were Europa League games, whereas this season is Champions League. So you play the likes of Barcelona. For example, this week, Barcelona, Arsenal, Leeds away. It's a whole different ball game to Karabag, in midweek, where you can rest everyone and then play the 2 league games within a week. And this was always going to test your squad, not the depth of your squad, but like you said, the quality of your squad. Last season, your depth got you through because it was Conference League. This time, it's the big dogs, Champions League, Premier League, and then a tough away Premier League fixture at the end of it. And it was to be expected. You're not ready for the title. You said yourself, the inconsistency is going to be there until Maresca has a couple of windows to address. And he spoke about the issues, actually. I heard him talk about sort of, they said, what's the problem? He goes, the problem is we have to change our team. He literally said it. He goes, we have to change our team. We can't.
He doesn't want to play these guys.
He doesn't want to play these guys.
Some of these guys he doesn't want to play. But we said that last year when he had João Felix and he had Jorgensen and he had Nkuku and he had Renato Vega and he had all these Dewsbury Hall. He doesn't want it. So why do we keep bringing him players that he is not good enough to play in Premier League games, or he doesn't trust in Premier League games? I don't even want to give him that excuse, because he should have played Josh. If he plays Josh and he doesn't play Tosin, I think we actually compete. That's how big of a difference I think there is in what Tosin brings and what Josh brings, because it's not just off the ball with Tosin now. Tosin cannot allow you to press up the pitch. Tosin cannot allow you to be in their half and play a high line because he can't recover. So your line drops back 10, 15 yards. Tosin cannot defend out wide 1v1. So you have to have extra coverage. Tosin does not allow you to, he's not winning his headers, because even for the offside goal, he lost his aerial duel. We conceded from that as well. So And when you look at the build-up, the passing was all safe and it was poor. And from the games I've seen this season, Josh has actually carried the ball really well and gone into midfield from defense. So and then you didn't give Estevan an overlap. Like Don said, you didn't give Estevan overlap with Josh. So you didn't allow Estevan to get more involved in the game and actually make more of an impact in the middle of the pitch where he can hurt. The amount of times this guy's picking up the ball on the touchline, what's he meant to do on the touchline so far away from goal with all of this grass in front of him? Get him in the middle, get him in the center, get him closer to goal. Let him come off the right, but let him get closer to goal. Let him start popping off more shots. Let him start playing more balls into João Pedro, playing more balls into the lap. But he was mad restricted. It was rigid. So
I think with Chelsea, the Caicedo missing out. I think you've got a soft underbelly when he's not in there. I feel like Reece James missing as well for Fano. I think it was a totally different team. You needed aggression against Leeds on the Tuesday night because they brought aggression. There was no aggression there. The Brazilian boys didn't fancy it. We know what these Brazilian lads are like. If you've seen it all through the league, sometimes they don't want to know. And once that Leeds crowd got that early goal and started to bounce, they were on it. And I've got to give full credit to Leeds because what I saw against Chelsea was old school, 2 up front, 2 battering rams, and then putting the ball on Chelsea, putting it on Chelsea. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is a player that has always flattered to deceive. He's always been injury prone. He's always been, that kind of guy that's getting criticised for his fucking wearing skirts and fashion shoots and that. But I tell you something, he come on against City the other day, caused us hella shit. And him and Lucas Nemencha, who was also at City, them two together, they started to get a little bit of joy. And I think Farke thought, you know what? I'm going to be brave because he had to be brave to play 2 up front because nobody plays 2 up front. And he thought, I'm leaving them there. They're causing murders. And I thought Leeds deserved it. I thought Leeds deserved it. I thought they deserved it. I thought, if Chelsea, once they got the one back with Neto, I thought there was a 10-minute spell there where if Chelsea had got another one, I think they would have crumbled and Chelsea would have won the game. Because they held tight, the crowd got behind them, and then they finally got that goal. They looked like he'd just done a job on Chelsea. I think with this manager at Leeds, he's very flexible in how he plays. You know what I mean? He's not frightened to change it mid-game and go with a system that might not look great on the eye. But it's not about that with Leeds. They've got to get results. Doesn't matter with Leeds. They've got to get results. They nearly got a result at the Etihad. Luckily, we had a little bit of quality near the end there to get a goal. Otherwise, they'd have snatched a point there. And they probably didn't deserve a point at the time, but they would have got one. But I was really impressed with how they played. I thought after Chelsea coming off the back of the draw, I thought Chelsea's tails would be up. Leeds would have watched that and thought, you know what, this Chelsea side's not a bad team. But they sensed blood and they went for it. And you've got to give Leeds credit because, that was a decent performance. And Calvert-Lewin, Lucas Nemencha, the kid in midfield, is Sakamoto.
Tanaka was good. We gave him way too much space, man.
Yeah, he was running around like
discipline.
It was a free hit for him. But Chelsea, like you say, we've said it before, there's a few players there that aren't good enough to play. And it's about inconsistencies. City are in the same boat, very inconsistent. I think this league at the minute, if you look at it, is madness. It's absolute madness from top to 13th. It's just all going on. So, yeah, it was a bad night for Chelsea after a positive result against Arsenal. But I just think that second string of Chelsea, when they get a few injuries, it's just nowhere near good enough to be competing. You know what I mean? And teams can get at them now.
Yeah, I think the manager definitely got it wrong with his lineups and approach. Like playing Chalobah's been one of their most informed players, and to take him out of the centre back position and put him right back is ridiculous to me. It didn't make any sense, especially when you have.
Yeah.
Right on time. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So basically, he's not installed Starlink still.
Who the fuck Sakamoto? Wherever got that name from?
Sorry, I don't know what happened. Yeah.
You're back.
Yeah, but I was just saying, I think the manager got it wrong. He got it wrong for me. But that shouldn't also excuse some of the performances. They had 0 shots on target in the first half. They barely created a thing. They're just throwing in, getting to just cutting inside, throwing in crosses into nobody. Honestly, this João Pedro thing as well. I remember when Matise was trying to get at me when I was so angry that we let him score against us at our ground. I meant that shit. I'm angry that we let this guy score against us because he's not a shooter. He's not. This is a guy who struggles to score even 6, 7 open play goals a season, bro. And we let him score against us. And Shot Curra, that's the only goal he scored in God knows how long. How many minutes of football has he played? This guy's got less goals than Richarlison, for heaven's sake. And he's played way more minutes. Not good enough.
He's the biggest disappointment.
Not good enough.
Because
Sorry,
he
not good enough.
literally introduced us to a lifestyle he's not maintaining, bro. At Club World Cup, he's banging in goals. He's taking shots. This now, I don't know what's happened to him. He's gone missing.
He's a summertime player. Summertime. It was summertime, innit? Out in the years. And I mean, he's a summertime player, bro. Like Steve said, he's a summertime player. Some of these Brazilians are summertime players. Man.
Do mate? We had the Robinho and Ilano and that, and Craig Bellamy come out when he retired, and he said some of the games I just walk in the dressing room and say, "Nah, I don't fancy it out there. It's fucking freezing." And that Bellamy would be like, "What do you mean it's freezing?" Kicking off, fighting them in the dressing room. They just didn't give a shit, man.
When Palmer's back starting, that's really his last resort in terms of why he's not scoring. If Cole Palmer starts putting chances, because to be fair, we're not creating, like you said, Toes, we're not creating any chances. But he's part of that because he played in the 10. Enzo's part of that because he's playing in midfield. So these two should be creating the chances. But if Cole Palmer comes back into that team in the next couple of weeks and he's playing in that 10 and João Pedro's back up front and he doesn't start hitting the back of the net, then I'm just going to be like, what's going on? It's really not making any sense.
You worried about anything worse? Top 4 and all that?
I always say no because for me it's unfathomable to think that we'll be involved in that conversation. But if they keep playing how they played last night for the rest of December, then that's where they're going to find themselves. But I'm hoping that against Bournemouth, with the main hitters coming back into the team, Bar Caicedo, they're not going to play that badly. I don't think they can play that badly again. But boy, Newcastle away, 20th of December. It really it's the thing is, I'm not worried about it because no one's consistent. No one's going to be consistent. I've been in too many top 4 battles in the last couple of years. No one's consistent. No one wins a run of games. No one pulls away. It's always just a mess. So I'm just looking for us to, same as last year, finish in the top 4 comfortably, which they didn't do last year. Do it this year, and now you got to focus on the cups and the Champions League because you're not going for the league like that, losing to Leeds, Sunderland, and Brighton.